Hello everyone, and let's talk about curing the constant requests for remote work that I hear time and time again as complaints by leaders. You might be tired of these constant requests. Are they causing you stress? Are they causing you hassle? Are you just getting frustrated with them? Frequent requests for remote work reflect a dissatisfaction with existing policies and a disconnect with the vision of the leadership. And so you must understand and try to grasp what's going on, what's causing this dissatisfaction for your employees. A really good strategy is using an anonymous survey. Use an anonymous survey to gather quantitative insights and qualitative insights. Ask direct questions about challenges, preferences, concerns by employees around remote work policies, around work-life balance, around working in the office. And then using the survey, conduct focus groups to explore the emotions uncovered by the original survey. I recommend you have a trained facilitator who can help you put together a good survey and get out from the survey the data that can inform the focus groups, and that the facilitator can then help you facilitate the focus groups. So to really think about having a good trained facilitator for this purpose. You want to make sure that employees feel that they're listened to. Both the survey and the focus groups are not only getting you the information from employees, but they're making sure that employees are feeling listened to and developing buy-in for whatever happens. I'll tell you about a case study where I worked with a mid-sized law firm to resolve some challenges around remote work. We conducted a survey in focus groups to uncover employee concerns, and the 3 days in the office policy, that was a challenge that attorneys found that arbitrary and inflexible, so did support staff, and it highlighted a desire for autonomy in managing their work schedules. They valued remote work for focused head-down work and office collaboration for complex tasks and for mentoring junior colleagues, so for collaboration. And that helped the leadership get some insights on what's going on, concerns about work-life balance and so on. And the leadership we did a partner meeting where we discussed the remote work policies, and the leadership ended up reaffirming the 3 days a week in the office policies, but it explained the rationale, focusing on the collaboration and trust and mentoring that was at the heart of the 3-day in-office policy. It wasn't really clear before, and that wasn't explained before. But now, employees and legal support staff, the paralegals, felt heard and listened to, and they felt glad that they were heard and listened to. Well, the partners also made some minor adjustments, like having more opportunities for the lawyers and the support staff to choose which days they come into the office. So a little bit more flexibility with individual teams making more decisions around when they're coming to the office, which 3 days they're coming to the office and which 2 days they're taking remote. There was a standard overlap of 2 days across the firm when they had to be in the office, and then there was a 1 day that each individual department could choose when to be in the office, and that was pleasing to people. So the outcome was, according to a survey, a 20% increase in satisfaction with the remote work policy, and it helped build a stronger trust and alignment between the leadership and the employees. Now, I do want you to be open to policy evolution if needed. So in that case, where we worked with the law firm, what we found was that, hey, the current policy works well, maybe a little bit of tweaks at the edges. But sometimes you might discover that you need a more flexible model, for example, that there's some reasons to give people more flexibility, significantly more flexibility. For example, you might want to just individual teams just make a decision for themselves when they're coming into the office. That can help you achieve goals like improving retention, recruitment, productivity, morale. So be open to that. Don't have a preconceived notion as you're going into the surveys and focus groups that regardless of what you'll discover, you'll keep your current policy. That will feel inauthentic and decrease the buy-in and engagement that will get you the kind of support that you want from your employees. So think about having trust-based policies where you trust your employees to give you information that you need, and you trust them to be adults and make good decisions around when and how to come into the office. Remember, remote work requests are opportunities. to get information about what's not working so well and to figure out how to make it work better, either by communicating and clarifying the reasons behind it and building more support and buy-in and reducing the stress that you get from constant remote work requests, or changing your policies and having it be more flexible and also reducing the stress you get from constant remote work requests. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wise Decision Maker Show. Please make sure to subscribe wherever you checked out the show and leave a review. It helps others discover the show and helps us improve the show. And if you have any questions, email me at Gleb, Gleb, @disasteravoidanceexperts.com.